Hello everybody, this is Ben from Crescent Wolf Studios and welcome to my Yarny repair tutorial on YouTube. So here's the story. I received a message on Etsy that one of the Yarnies I sold to them is getting unfrayed at the hand. Kind of like this. I'll see if I can put a picture in the corner of the screen or somewhere on top of the screen right now. But right now I need to figure out how to show the customer how to fix this because that's what they asked for. They want to know how to fix it, so let's see what we can do. First, I made a Yarny with the same issue. Like, this was on purpose. Like, I tried to imitate the issue they had because it basically, when I wrapped the hand around, I had it too close to the edge, so when I started pulling up the hand, it just started, Ava, stop it. So that's my dog, Ava. She's a sweetheart, but she can get a little excited. So it was like that, but when I had it wound up too close to the edge of the hand, it just unfrayed like that. So let's see what I can do to guide you guys on how to fix your Yarny. What I do, firstly, I take a certain length of yarn on a needle from the ball of yarn that's the original color is from the certain character. Like I use the same colored yarn, as you can probably guess. Then I get a certain length of it on this, and I just feed it through a little bit. Like I do a few stitches here and there. First, I start through the head, so that way it has nice traction, and I go in and out in several points, so that way, oops, if it gets pulled, it doesn't like completely pop out and then I have to start all over again. Okay, so I had to re-thread the yarn a little bit there, but here's what we got. I tied a tiny knot at the end of the yarn I was stitching in. You see that? Come on, camera, focus. You can see it there at my fingertip. You pull it all the way through so that it goes in and acts like an anchor. And you can just keep stitching the whole thing through so that way it stays nicely firm in there. And maybe shorten this a bit. I don't need all this much. Save that for later. So you can see here, just keep stitching, and then when you get enough in so you know it's not going to fall out, pull it through so it's sticking out right next to where your frayed arm is. Then what you want to do is take this, hold it, you basically do that if that works for you. Then you just wrap it around and then mask it off with more yarn. That's what I would do. And make sure that all that loose yarn is covered, so that way it looks like nothing happened. It looks brand new. And you might be wondering, that makes this arm thicker than the other one. Just wrap this other arm with even more yarn, so that way it evens out. And after you finish doing that, you should look just almost like you did before the hand frayed. So make sure it's nice and tight. Then you start stitching it in, almost making a pitter-patter with your feet. And you just keep stitching in and out, going through the body until you're satisfied that it's not going to pop out. Oops. Then after you get all that put in, you snip it. And there you go. His hand's all fixed. And he looks just as good as he did before, just with slightly thicker arms. You could balance the legs out too if you wanted, but that's the basics on how I do it. I basically mask it off with more yarn after stitching it in a couple times so it's nicely firm on there. Then after I wrap it all around, I stitch it back in so it stays where it should be. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If the customer from Etsy is watching right now. This is basically how I would do it. Get the same colored yarn. I'll see if I can send you some in the mail so that way you don't have to go to the store looking for it everywhere, because sometimes it's hard to find the same color. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching and have a good day. Peace.